What is up, QCM? QBZeno back with you. And welcome to The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. For ease of recording, I have it on a emulator. Because out on the road, I don't really have the ability to, play on the consoles a lot, and I can't find my HD PVR stuff to help me record, so I'm just making do with what I got so far, and so I've spoiled myself and I found a GameCube emulator. I was gonna start with Master Quest, but I figured I would start with Wind Waker because it's a much easier game, and I figured I'd sort of gauge whether or not Zelda was going to be something a lot of people wanted to see. I'm not going to do the higher production quality stuff yet that I was talking about on Instagram because that was going to be for Ocarina of Time, but I figured I'd start out on this and sort of work my way from there. I was going to start on the original NES game, but I'm really bad at the original NES game. But yeah. So Zelda's making a comeback on the channel. And I'm thinking, even if I don't premiere them all at the same time, I'm going to let this come out and then I'm going to record them at my own leisure across all the different games, because I've got Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and of course this one. Trying to figure out get a recording the Switch potentially for Breath of the Wild. And I've also got a Game Boy emulator because I can't find my Game Boys in storage at the moment. So I got my hands on the ROMs for some of the games I didn't own yet because I haven't been able to find them anywhere for any reasonable price. Or they're just kind of rare now. Like, it's really hard to find copies of the Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons games and stuff now. So, I'm going to go through and actually play every Zelda game in the series. I do reserve the right, if I decide to look up some of the guides so that I don't totally waste time in some of the games. As far as Majora's Mask is concerned, that's going to be a very long-running series. Probably, because I plan on 100%ing the Mask collection before finishing the game. But yeah, I figured Wind Waker was a good place to start because it's fairly easy. I think we'll be outside Island and then probably that will be the end of the episode. I'm guessing, because I know half of this episode is going to be taken up by the legend part of it. But yeah. And I'm going to get back to Bendy and the Ink Machine soon. I've recorded an episode of it, and I need to record more of it. Because I kind of got stuck a little bit, and that's kind of going to be my main factor for Spooktober. Hopefully I can find a way to upload this soonish. We will see, though. But yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Fun fact for anybody who played Twilight Princess, if you pay very close attention to Zelda's little sword she has in it, it looks like a really long version of the Wind Waker. That's a nice little Easter egg, I thought. In fact, I think there's even like a performing book in Hyrule Castle that makes me think that it actually is the Wind Waker, which would be kind of funny. But yeah, so we will be playing Wind Waker twice through. As this series goes, the first run through actually may be, I won't call it a speed run because I just don't have the time for that, but it will definitely be more of a direct line sort of thing. I'll get all the stuff that I can, but it'll be with intent to finish the story, so that once I do, I can come back and 100% the Nintendo Gallery. Which, as some people know, unless you're using randomizer stuff, to get the colored Picto box is really hard to do the first time around. It requires you to play the game through again, and you start it with the colored Picto box. So you can get some of the characters that you don't really interact with again um, from different parts of the game. Um, so you can get their figurines in the Nintendo Gallery. And I'm going to try to take pictures of all the bosses. But you only get like 3 or was it 5 slots in the Picto box, which is really difficult. Okay, so Ariel's come up here to tell us that we need to go get our clothes, basically. Um, Ow. I forgot how the cute little thing in the corner actually, like, puts it as, like, a Game Boy controller layout. Um, the emulator spoils me a lot because it actually, um, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller. So, oh hey. Hey, no, go away. Alright. And that guy spends the rest of the game with a booger out of his nose, I remember. I did enjoy that Beetle got to come back for a couple of the later games. He just became a sort of recurring character. I don't know if he existed in much the same way before, but I do know that like now he was showing up in Skyward Sword and stuff. So it's kind of one of those weird things. I get the hero's clothes. It's interesting to take note of the fact that one should be very worn out set of Kokiri clothing from a couple of thousands of years ago manages to be passed down through a flood that just destroys Hyrule to a little kid on this weird remote island. And what even part of Hyrule was this before? Like the if you look at the map of Hyrule and then you try to apply it to Wind Waker, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, Death Mountain made sense, but there's definitely not enough here to be, like, used to be Kakaiko or something. So, it's just so weird. Yeah, it'll take us half the game to get that soup. She says, I'll make your favorite soup tonight. And then, well, things happen. Okay, now Ariel's gonna go get kidnapped. I think. Do I have to go get the telescope from her? I might have to go get the telescope from her first. I do like Toon Link, and I'm honestly glad I decided to play this on an emulator instead of like waiting and then like trying to get another copy for the Wii U or whatever. Oh, this is the kid with the booger in his nose. Never mind. No, go away, go away, go away, go away. I do not want you. Go away. Please leave me alone, booger kid. Burgers on the outset. Not good. Alright, let's go see Ariel. She's going to give us the telescope for her birthday. I wish we knew what day it was. Be some canon for what Link's birthday is. Oh, that would make sense. She made the outfit. And we get the telescope that for some reason has seagulls printed on it. I guess if you're living on an island, it makes a little bit of sense. Come on. Resume in on the Rito. One of my joysticks is like really weird. Yes, I'm looking at the red post box. There we go. Now the Rito's responding. There we go. There's Ganon, whatever. Ganon's overstuffed chicken. It's like the Chinese dragon of tail feathers. Why do they use a cannon? Sorry, why don't they use a cannon to fire the cannonballs instead of a catapult? It's like they're firing cannonballs with a slingshot, basically, like a fucking trebuchet or something. Okay, now time to go save Tetra. Okay, now I gotta go get a sword, which is gonna take a fat minute. Oh. I do like the little swirly water wheel on the bottom right that tells you how much breath you have. Okay, let's go get the sword. I don't care what you have to say, Big Brain, not right now. I know the thing about left trigger. Okay, I want you to teach me how to use a sword. Yes, sir. I'm not good at doing this first time, from what I remember. But I've gotten a lot better at all sorts of games. I'm pushing only B. You moron. There we go. There we go. I like that he calls it the vertical slice, but not all of my shots are vertical. I gotta back away from you first, you idiot. Because for some reason, spin attack just doesn't... I love parry. And I love, that it sort of evolves in... I mean, it sort of exists in, Twilight Princess, and then it really takes its evolution in the perfect parry in Breath of the Wild. You don't always do the fancy stuff, but it's really cool that they kept that. Now, I haven't played Spirit Tracks yet, and I'm still sort of discovering the emulator world, trying to find a good. And if you have one, please suggest it in the comments. Nintendo DS emulator, so that I can play Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, because I have not played those. Okay. Why is there an upside down Triforce on his door? Is that significant in some way? Is he like the Satanist of Zelda characters? Like, is an upside down Triforce bad? I don't know. I do kind of like how it, the way that it's painted reminds me of like Native American things, especially from the area I'm from. Tribes like the Nisqually and the Chinook often use like color schemes like that in their painting of like whales and stuff. So it's at least an interesting aspect to think about. All right, let's go down, cut down these trees. Don't need to cut down all of them, just some of them. Alright. And we find out, I know here in a little bit, that the whole reason that Ganon's overstuffed chicken is kidnapping people is because he's looking for Zelda, but he doesn't know what her new incarnation is. I don't want to spoil it, but I've played this game to start to finish quite a few times. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. Moblins. I just wanna. I do like the little death animation, and it's totally the same. I like the in playing this again. I've totally confirmed my suspicion about Hey, these stupid oversized ostriches. Um, they're Ganon's evil Chocobos. That's my headcanon, and I'm sticking to it. Did the other guy drop anything interesting? Apparently not. I lost my train of thought. Although understanding Zelda's nature as the human form of Hylia actually makes a lot more sense. This guy doing his little dance. Yeah, the only reason he could get up here is because I cut down those trees. Bitch. Don't worry about him. Well, the only reason she comes to do anything about it is because Ariel gets kidnapped and responds. Here it comes. Actually, it's kind of funny because now that I look at it with this in mind, that bird somewhat resembles the divine beast of the Rito. It's just interesting to note. Who knows if Ganon did that on purpose, or if the divine beasts even existed in this branch of the timeline. It's hard to tell. They've got so much that they can still tell in middle space that who knows if stuff even as old as Ocarina of Time even covers it. It's actually nice that we're gonna be turning out about a 30-minute video. Pretty good. There's the Rito guy. With my I have the darkness down on my computer and the nightlight on, and with the coloring, I'll have to look at it in post, but with that coloring, Tetris hair looks like a highlighter. So it's only people... I do notice that is a lot more people in this game have like round ears, and it's interesting to consider that fact. Oh, I see. It just passed the time that I had set for my nightlight feature to turn on, so that's why everything started changing color a little bit. Come on, stop talking to people. You're jabberjaws. Let me go get the sword. Alright, let's go get the shield, and then we will, next episode, come back and do pirate stuff. Okay. Coming to get the shield, coming to get the shield, coming to get the shield. Let me through the bushes, I'm coming to get the shield. Alright. Oh, everybody has upside down Triforces on their door. Huh. It's good to know. I like that the sort of skyloft pattern is still part of it. Okay, and then we go up here, find out the shield is gone. And movie mode. She knows he's descended from the real Link. And it's possibly his reincarnation. I do find it interesting how the pattern of the Skyloft seemed to have turned into a Pegasus with horns. I guess I have to credit the fact that they made this game before they had planned on making Skyward Sword, so they probably hadn't planned out the bird thing all that well yet. And with the low-res pixels of the earlier games, they could get away with a lot. Alright. Let's talk to Grandma before we go. Okay. Well, that'll be all for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slap that like button. Lets me know that you did. And I will catch you guys later. Don't let us go on the show on the way out. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace!